Hey you guys, I'm back with another story time. This story took place when I was at work. I had to work with this other coworker, and I really didn't like working with him because he would be, like working on the same floor as me, like walking around with a boner, and he wouldn't even hide it, so I won't see it, right? So I used to call my friend that worked on the first floor in the section where the students come in at, to come up on the second floor with me and hang out for like 5 or 10 minutes to get the guy that's working with me to cover himself, so my friend won't see his boner. And I was like, oh my God, like every time when I work with him, he be walking around with a boner and not covering it like he want me to see that. And I was like, oh, that is creepy. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta be careful when you be working for certain companies, because they hire anybody. Like, you could be working with somebody that's that might be a thief, somebody that might be a predator, offender, somebody that might be homeless, a person, what else? Or they have other issues going on with themselves. So every time when I would work with that person, I would tell my friend, come up to the second floor, sit there, and chill with me for like 5 or 10 minutes, to get the guy to cover his boner until it go down. I'm like, he's sitting over there like walking around showing that like I want to see that, like, yuck. So what happened was, like, he was going around like judging people, saying who was going to heaven, who was going to H, right? And I kept telling him, stop doing that. Like, you're not supposed to be discussing your religious beliefs at the workplace. It's unacceptable, and it might make other people feel uncomfortable that might not be religious, or their religious beliefs might be, different than yours. And so he ignored what I was saying and kept doing that. So he ended up telling this this staff member that worked for the school, that she's going to H because she's homosexual. And the staff worker was like, you is not God. Why are you judging me, telling me that I'm going to H because of my sexuality? And so she went and told her boss, she went and told her boss what the employee that was working with me said. And the boss, he hired our company to manage the school, manage the school, work for him, like, at the school that he was managing. So he told my boss what the employee that was working with me said, and they fired him. And I was like, I told you, you cannot be discussing your religious beliefs at the workplace. That's not allowed. And then you're judging people, telling them, they going to heaven or H. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that. So they ended up getting rid of him. Like, you have to really be careful when you working at certain job facilities, because they hire anybody, okay? And because there was an incident where they hired this guy, they put him in the control room, right? And in a control room, they keep all your contact information, just in case if they need to call you in, like to fill in for somebody that called out, or if they short-handed and they need extra people to come in and do the events, right? So he gonna take my phone number and was contacting me, and I was like, this guy is married. He got his wife and kids be coming up to the job, and his mother-in-law works at the same job as a supervisor. because I have to see her every day when I come in. And I was like, why he texting me? Because he was all texting me saying, hey, what's up with you, or whatever. I don't know if you want me to have your number. I just, got it and decided to, hit you up to see if we could meet up. And I was like, what? I didn't give you permission to take my number. So I felt uncomfortable with that situation. I went and told the account manager, and I was like, I have a serious problem here, and I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable working at this site, knowing that this person went and took my contact information without my permission and trying to contact me, asking me to meet up. And I showed the account manager the text messages, and the account manager had to get the guy's mother-in-law to come in the office so I could talk to her. And I was like, I let her know that your son-in-law took my contact information and was texting me trying to get me to meet up with him. And I showed the messages because I don't want to be in between, that having them thinking that I was trying to holler at him, because I don't do that type of stuff. They hire me to help them with their business, not to be hooking up with people that work there. And so I was like, you guys going to have to, get rid of him, or I'm going to have to go above y'all and report the situation to human resources and take it further, because I don't feel comfortable. That's like violating my personal space. And so they had to get rid of him. And I was like, oh, they be hiring. It be some weird, it be weird people that be at your workplace. And they be like watching you, trying to get close to you. So you have to be careful. And so they got rid of him. And that was like weird. Like, why would you be trying to, contact me, and you got a whole wife and kids, and your wife and kids be coming to the job, and your mother-in-law worked there? Like, that is weird to me, okay? Weird and creepy. But yeah, so that situation was wild. It was kind of funny because when I would ask my friend to come up to the second floor, like, he would be like, do anybody got some chapstick? My lips are dry, right? So I'll be busting out laughing with him, because like he likes to, like, joke around, like, whenever like I'm in an uncomfortable situation. And that was an uncomfortable situation because the person I was working with was on some pervy stuff, like trying to let me see his boner. Like, don't nobody want to see your boner. Like, what kind of weird stuff you want, and he wasn't trying to hide it. So my friend was like, there to, like, I guess to cheer me up so I won't be feeling uncomfortable. Because if I wanted to be a petty bitch, I would have reported that to the account manager, because that's kind of like harassment. Like, you have a boner and you're not hiding it so the female you're working with won't see it, okay? But I don't just go and be, telling everything to the manager unless it's something serious. But the situation where the guy took my contact number and was hitting me up asking, hitting me up wanting to meet up with me, outside of work, I had to report that because I didn't feel comfortable. Like, if somebody's taking your contact information, what else would they be trying to do? You understand? But that was like a weird situation that I had to experience working at that site. And oh yeah, and there was another situation where the one of the supervisors kept like questioning me, like, oh, you got your hair done and your nails, like, who you trying to impress? Because the job position they had me at, you have to personally keep up with your hair and all that stuff, because you're dealing with people that have like a lot of money, that be attending events and stuff, and you have to make sure you're like properly groomed from head to toe. So I was like, why she keep questioning me why I got my hair and nails done, who I'm trying to impress. So, you know, I was using my special gift that, you know, God gave me. And I was reading her, like, you know, putting two and two together. And I'm like, why she keep questioning the females about their hair and nails? Like, what kind of weird stuff is that? And then one time she asked another coworker, is she about me, asking her if I'm wearing a wig. Because, you know, my natural hair looks like a wig. It looks like I'm wearing a wig, or I have weave or extensions in my head, but it's my natural hair that's growing out my scalp. So I'm like, if she want to know if I'm wearing a wig, all she had to do is just ask me herself. And so she kept saying, questioning, like, why you know, got your hair and nails done, who you trying to impress? So I had to put two and two together. So I had to start like reading into her, and I was like, whoa, this supervisor is sleeping with the males that work at this job. That's why she questioned all the females about why they keeping up with their hair and nails. And then you have to watch what you say around her, because it was a friend of mine that was working at the same job, and she was trying to talk about her to me, and I was like, I'm sorry, but you know, I don't talk about people behind their back. So I'm not going to respond to your question, because she was trying to ask me if the chick was slow or something. And I was like, I'm not going to respond to that, because I don't gossip about people behind their back. And I walked away, and the supervisor was looking at me stupid, because you know, because you have to worry about people that are snakes that work at your job. They'll be talking about somebody, right? And then they'll try to chime you in to see what you say about that person, and they'll go back and tell that person what you said. Okay, so you got to be careful. Like, you can't be telling them what you do outside of work, because they could use that against you. Like they did one of my friends. I was like, why are you telling the supervisor what you do outside of the work? They going to use that against you and try to get you fired. And that's what they did, because like she had off on a Friday, and they put her on a Friday without letting her know, and they made it look like she did a no call, no show, and they used that as an excuse to get rid of her. Okay, so, and people be gossiping. Like this one chick at the other job, she was over there talking crap about Mexicans, saying, oh, they be on welfare and having all these kids and packed up in one house. And I was like, everybody be getting assistance from welfare. It don't just be Latinos. It be Hispanic people. It be cocaine. It be Hispanic people. Hispanic people, Latin people. It be Arabs. It be black people, white people, Indians getting help from government assistance. So why are you sitting over here talking about Latinos? Like, it's not their fault. You don't qualify because you're married, and it's two incomes coming in. But you can't hate on how other people is surviving out here. And I was sitting there like why she talking about Mexicans like that behind their back? Like, you wouldn't say that to their face. You know, so I walked away. I was like, I'm not going to stand here and hear you talking bad about people because you don't qualify for certain things that they do. And I walked away from her, and ever since then I watch like what I say around, because she was like, she the type that gossip, about people behind their back. And I'm like, ma'am, like, you know better. You hooked up with somebody from the job. Like, will your self-esteem that low that you couldn't find somebody that wasn't work related? And you sitting over there talking about other people, you understand? So I kept my distance. I was like, oh, that's one of them funny ones that smile in your face and be talking about you behind your back. Okay, so you guys be careful, because You know, you can't be trusting people that you work with, okay? You gotta, like, you know, just go there, you know, put your shift in and keep it moving. Like, don't be socializing with people that you work with. Watch what you say. Don't tell them personal business, and keep it job related, okay? Because once you start getting personal and be telling them your business and all that stuff, hanging out with them and stuff, that's when they be, you know, gossiping about you or using your personal information to try to get you fired or prevent you from getting that promotion. Okay, so just be careful and don't be trusting people that you work with. All right. Okay, you guys. Well, I will be uploading some more story time videos, okay? All right, well, you guys have a wonderful Saturday.